everyone. Thank you so much for joining what should be a very informative webinar today. I am thrilled to be joined by my two guests, Scott Gartenberg, who is our Director of Product Management at Intellistack, and Max Brennan, Intellistack's Corporate Counsel. Max, I want to bring you into the conversation. Can you kind of detail some of these pain points?
Yeah, this is really the before state for so many companies that I've worked with. The process is completely fragmented. You have contract data living in a spreadsheet and Salesforce. Negotiations then happen over email. Red lines are tracked or more likely not tracked in multiple Word documents. And final versions, you have those in a separate shared drive. You don't have metadata. You can't find any files. This chaos kind of leads to a few core pain points we see, at least I've seen pretty much everywhere. A lack of visibility for the business is a big one. Second, high risk of errors from that manual data entry and poor version control, including the wrong business terms, is never a good idea. And third, it really forces the legal team to spend most of their time on pretty low value admin work instead of strategically counseling the business.
Pretty amazing pain points, and I think are painful for anyone, and especially someone who would be in your situation. I really love that perspective. In addition to being the Intellistack Corporate Counsel, you have overseen 3 CLM implementations at previous companies over the past 5 years. I think you are such a subject matter expert. Which of these pieces of functionality really resonate with you? And can you detail the common pain points you've seen working with other CLM platforms as an attorney who focuses on contract management and that document redlining?
Absolutely. I've spent my career working in-house and have definitely been on the front lines implementing a wide range of CLM systems, from large enterprise platforms like Ironclad to more agile tools and even custom-built solutions and platforms like Jira. That experience has given me a really practical perspective on what legal and business teams actually need from these tools. And from my view, 2 things are really critical here. First being integrated data. Manually copying information from other systems, be it an Excel sheet, Salesforce, into a contract is a pretty big time sink and also introduces a good bit of risk. The ability to pull data directly from a source like Airtable to automatically and accurately generate an agreement is a pretty big efficiency win. Second, and really building on that first piece, is a truly unified workflow. So you have the unified data piece, and now you bring in the unified workflow piece. A lot of tools are siloed. They only handle signatures or storage or red lines, but having a robust integrated data fabric that connects all those steps in a single secure platform, it'll move you seamlessly from intake and drafting through redlining, signature, finally to storage in a repository. That solves a pretty big fragmentation problem in the market. So in my experience, what tends to work best are flexible no-code platforms that really empower the legal team to be self-sufficient in their work. When you can adapt your process on the fly, you tend to move a lot faster. What hasn't worked in my experience are relatively clunky bolted on CLM modules you find in massive ERP systems. They're really not user-friendly and don't actually work with the way lawyers work day to day. I've also seen a lot of teams struggle with the high cost and pretty lengthy consultant-heavy implementations of enterprise-level tools. And that really delays time to value. You want the system to be up and running pretty quickly. Also, once those big systems are implemented, they can work pretty well for a while. But what happens when your business processes change? What happens when sales rolls out a new motion? Legal is then seen as a blocker because we either can't get the IT resources or more likely just the budget to rework our process.